I wrote Rawliscious Recipes because as a former fitness model, I developed an eating disorder, bulimia, anorexic, over-exercising, you name it. When it came to food and body image, I had it. So I wrote Rawliscious Recipes and talk about my eating disorder in the first chapter to try to help other women and men, because eating disorders do not discriminate, you know, with their tribulations with that, with their issues with that. I think, you know, the media puts a lot out there, and we've all got so many things in our head. We've got, especially us raw fooders and vegetarians, there's the 80-10-10 or the high fat or the high green, and we've got all these people putting all these different diets or meal plans in front of us, and we really lose that ability to listen to our body. So often I get asked the question, what's the cause of an eating disorder? And I would have to say there's several. Emotions are a big part of it. I don't think that society plays as big of a role as so many people think. You know, there are pictures of models everywhere, and they're airbrushed. I myself was airbrushed several times, so much so that my eyes were different colors in pictures than what they were. However, I think really the main cause, physiologically, I think it would be low zinc. Low zinc is a huge proponent with women with eating disorders. There are a plethora of people with eating disorders that are zinc deficient and don't even know it. That's a huge thing. And just mineral deficiency in general. They're not eating the right foods. They're eating a standard American diet, you know, going through a fast food, you know, drive-through 3, 4, 5, sometimes every day, every week, and craving those same foods because of the chemicals in the foods, and they don't even know what's wrong. The hardest part for me about overcoming an eating disorder would have to be really trying to tune in to what my body really needs. We so often eat because we're lonely, we're sad, we're mad, we're stressed, we're confused, we're worried about, you know, money, we're worried about, you know, are we too fat, this and that. All those things don't matter. If we live in the now, like our friend Eckhart Tolle says, and we forget about the future and the past, and we live in the now, we can really concentrate on what's important. And part of that is, and it's been the hardest thing for me to do, is to really know what my body needs. When I come home at night, am I eating because I'm truly hungry? Or am I eating because I've had a rough day, or because I'm lonely, or because I'm sad? Really tuning into that. And also, I think more recently, knowing how to push away from the table when you're done. That's really difficult. I mean, knowing, okay, I've had an avocado and 2 young Thai coconuts, I'm done. You know, I mean, even before that, just knowing when to stop. Recognize it. And, you know, it's not something to be ashamed of. There's a plethora of books out there, some good, some not so good. There's Overeaters Anonymous, there's tons of groups. I think surrounding yourself with like-minded people that know what you're going through, and if you live in a town where maybe you don't feel comfortable coming out like that, you know, going online. There's tons of online groups for people that have eating issues. Have your zinc levels checked. Again, going back to the zinc deficiency can cause some crazy things. And have your mineral levels checked, your B vitamins checked. It could be something nutritionally that you're lacking or that you're getting too much of that's throwing you off balance and causing you to either go crazy with the food or lose your appetite. That life-changing moment when I had an eating disorder, when I knew that I would never be sticking my finger down my throat again or going to the gym for hours on end and working off what I had eaten, was on Valentine's Day. And this is before I went raw. I was still eating a high protein diet, still a fitness model at that time, and I'd say it was about 8 years ago, and I can remember binging on peanut butter. A whole jar of peanut butter, followed by, I think, a whole gallon of ice cream. And, you know, this was a normal Saturday night fix for me. And I just remember sitting there and thinking, what are you doing? It's Valentine's Day. You're stunningly beautiful. You're on the cover of a fitness magazine, and you're sitting here piling it in by yourself. And I just remember right then and right there, I just put everything away. I got down on my hands and knees, and I grabbed the book. Y'all know what book I'm talking about. It's not on raw food. The Bible. And I just started reading, and that was it. I never looked back. From there on, it became easier and easier and easier. Once I realized that the world didn't revolve around me, and that there was a higher power, and that He was there to, you know, guide me, and that life was a path, and there was a reason I had this eating disorder, and I was one day going to help people and do what I'm doing right now, that's when it all changed.